Right, Sean, Katie, Sean. Attack on Titan.
Is this the actual
Yeah.
trailer? Oh, no. I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting this.
I got put onto it today. Someone commented saying, firstly, they commented saying if we have something to say, pause what we're watching. No. Respectfully, no. Also, they told me that the new trailer for the final season, part 3, coming out in 2023, and supposedly there's a part 4 coming out. So this is not the end. Yeah.
Oh, we will all get sad going.
Yeah, we've only got one part left, but apparently there's a part 4. But don't despair, because apparently it's coming out in 2023 as well.
Oh, that's good. Because I don't think I could wait.
No.
People talking about how they had to wait years in between.
Yeah, not likely. We took the easy way around.
Yeah, I'm glad we waited as long as we did.
So yeah, let's watch. Trigger warning. I might have forgotten a few things. I've probably forgotten a few things.
Trigger warning.
Yeah, because I might make comments about something that I should know and I've just forgotten. But don't worry, because I have...
You got your tattoo, didn't you?
I have... How do I show it? I got a tattoo of Attack on Titan. That's how much I love Attack on Titan. So let's watch. Darn it, let's watch this. Let's watch the crap out of it. Now.
生まれた時からずっと俺の目の前には鬱陶しい壁があった
Rumbling, rumbling. I remember it's called the rumbling.
Well done. Oh, I forgot how gross it looked.
これが自由だ
Stop it, you big tease. I thought that was it. It was it! Was that it? Was that it? I wanted something.
Oh, there was nothing. It was well as a bit.
Oh well, this is going to be the shortest video ever.
So when's it coming out?
2023.
But yeah, thank you for that insightful bit of knowledge. I was talking about like when specifically.
No idea.
I mean, it looks all gross. How are they supposed to fight that?
Yeah, it's gross.
How is anyone supposed to fight a just skeleton?
Yeah.
Cheating in it.
That's what we said at the end of the last season. It's like, where's his nape? It's like, what do you slice?
Do you remember, like, when the hardest thing to fathom was the colossal titan? They were like, how are they supposed to kill that?
Yeah. And the show went, how do we top it? Oh, there's a million of them.
Yeah. As long with a big skeletal thing that doesn't have any kind of flesh on it.
Yeah. But don't worry, because he's got a mad hairdo. Looks like Ozzy Osbourne.
He's like, I might become like a skeleton spider, but I've got to have the hair. Come on now. Is that his behind?
I don't know.
I think it is.
I thought that in the...
I think it is. That's his legs.
Oh yeah, because look, that's the back of a colossal. Why would it? Why in this trailer does it show us the backside of the Titan, but not anything that can allude to what the season's about? I assume this season's about them, but I don't want to say it's backside.
I mean, I'm sure all the readers of the manga probably know exactly what it's about, but it is. Look.
Yeah, it's his behind.
I
bet it's. Do you think he poops like a dog? Oh no, wait, Titans don't poop. Oh, look at him.
Come on, Sean.
These are all the people. Yeah, this is a classy show, folks. These are all the people still panicking.
Yeah.
Should I Google when the final season's going? Attack on Titan. Look, Attack on Titan merch. Attack on Titan final season part 3 released it. March the 3rd.
Well, that's quite close. How dare they?
Close.
How dare they just spring this on us?
It's not even 3 weeks.
Oh well.
It's March, yeah. That one says March 4th.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have to keep
that
it
one
weird.
Says March 3rd. That one says March 4th as well. Mm. That one says April. Oh, that's the same thing. April 2021, but that's not
look.
accurate.
The first episode will be 1 hour. That's getting watched.
Oh wait, it says release date in the United States is Friday the 4th of March. So it must be the 4th of March for us because for some reason no one likes us.
Americans don't know how the planet works.
Or maybe because they're 8 hours ahead of us.
I just say things. Don't get offended, Americans. I love you. Yeah. So let's try and decipher from this 20-second clip what the heck the season's going to be about. Because I ain't got the foggiest.
Freedom.
This is freedom.
I just say the 3rd of March, didn't it? You keep on going past it. I keep on trying to look, see when it's getting released. Literally told us, and you keep on going past it.
Oh yeah, it says it right there, you pillock. Why did you not say that?
Why does it say 24, 25? That's specifically when it comes out. Oh, no. Wait, what does that mean? What's 24, 25 mean?
I don't know.
Is that...
Maybe that's the year it comes out.
No.
The year 2425. Wouldn't that just be a kick to the gonads?
I thought it was going to be a time, but then I was like, wait, maybe some countries don't put 00, they put 24 instead of
25 minutes past midnight.
Mm-hmm.
But then how does that work?
Mm.
If they don't put 00,
I feel like
how does 24 make sense?
I kind of feel like we're probably looking at the wrong things here.
Yeah, it says 2023, the 3rd of the 3rd. I assume it'll be midnight. Oh, man. This hasn't been a trailer reaction. This is just us fangirling over blooming...
So just trying to figure out when it's coming to us.
So generally, at the end of the last episode, at the end of the last season, at the end of the last part of the last season, right, there was... Eren was basically attacking...
Huh.
What?
I made a bad joke. I'm sorry. I made a bad joke because you said everyone was attacking, and I went,
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. He was attacking. What was it called again? What was the place called?
The Outer World. He was attacking everywhere, wasn't he? Mali,
Oh
Liberia.
yeah, Marley. That's it.
He was attacking everywhere. That wasn't their Paradise Island.
Yeah, and his sort of friends and squad was sort of talking about how, you know, if it came down to it, could they kill Eren?
Yeah, because he did almost like a triple bluff, didn't he? He was like he was with them, then he was against them, but then at the end of it, he was like, actually, I'm gonna kill everyone except for the people I like because you know, freedom.
Mm-hmm. But he was causing sort of mayhem as well, wasn't he? Because sort of the walls were disintegrating and houses were being destroyed and people being killed in the rubble and people just couldn't get out of the way of the rumbling because they were just essentially walking over
on Paradise Island.
Yeah.
Because there's 3 layers to the walls, isn't there? So the innermost walls had to go out. And
so what the question is then? Does that mean the very inside of the middle wall survived?
Probably.
Or do you think sort of, if you imagine it's like a circle and there's like the inner bit in the middle, do you reckon these bits out here walked over that as well?
Well, I imagine because they're trying to get around the whole of the planet, they would just go outwards. That would make the most sense.
Yeah. So then that would stand to reason that the very sort of the higher upper class, no, the most inner survived, which is quite hard to think of really because they were all very...
horrible people.
Yeah.
They were basically horrible people.
They were the bigwigs.
And Eren came from the Shiganshina district, which was on the very outermost wall in a little district, wasn't it? So, but I don't know though. We don't know.
We don't know that. Because the other thing as well is that History is obviously queen now. She's pregnant. So I wonder if there's going to be like a time gap, or if it's going to. Surely there can't be a time gap.
Surely it's going to be a race to stop this.
Yeah.
They have to kind of decide if they want to let everyone die. To protect themselves, or if they want to somehow stop Eren and his army of titans. And
yeah, should we have a look at some of the comments? That was cool. Yeah. You silly boy. See that? Yeah, it's strange. It's strange to think about because even the sort of alliance that's left between the sort of Marlians and the Eldians, the only people that are really left are Mikasa, Armin, Annie, Reiner. There's
Falco, Gabby.
And Gabby. What's she called? I've got
Connie.
I've got her name. Connie. What's she called?
What's who called?
The one-eyed lass.
The one-eyed lass?
Yeah. The new commander.
Hange.
The
one-eyed lass. Is that all you have to contribute?
I couldn't stop thinking of Sasha. I'm there going, I'm sure it begins with S.
Levi,
yeah.
kicking about somewhere.
Although Levi's like almost crippled. He's almost
Yeah, can
crippled.
Levi just like not do anything, please?
Let's protect Levi.
It's like, come on.
I don't
come
know
on,
if I
guys.
can handle another loss
Every
like
single
Erwin's.
season, something happens to Levi. All I'm saying is, just it's
Well, he is their,
yeah, but now he's had some like long-term damage, so he can just sit and have like a cup of tea or something, and they can all do the work, and he can just
yeah.
live, hopefully.
Obviously, McGath
Ideally.
and Shardis both died.
Legends that they are.
Yeah.
Went out with a bang.
Go back and watch all of our reactions. They're pretty awesome. But yeah, you've got these sort of people, and it's like, what is their plan? What can they do?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Because it's like you said, it took 3 seasons to essentially, well, not kill, but stop the Colossal Titan, stop Bertolt.
Mm-hmm. And he wasn't even.
And it took Armin killing himself
Yeah.
as a big part of the way to do it.
And even apart from the first season, the second and third season, basically when the Colossal Titan isn't the main threat here, the Beast Titan is, and it was kind of like you almost forget how big of a deal the Colossal Titan is, especially now that there's millions of them.
And now there's all that many of them, and it's, I guess in a way though, they don't seem to. I wonder if they're intelligent. It hasn't really specified, is it? They kind of seem like just mindless drones for Eren.
Yeah.
So maybe that in a way is helpful. They can. Maybe it's a lot easier to kill them because of that, but there's still a lot of them.
Yeah.
And if they have the same instincts that other Titans have, other unintelligent Titans have, then they probably are going to try and kill them.
Yeah.
So
But then you get that, but then they're the sort of ground troops, aren't they? Because then how do they stop Eren? Surely they can't stop him when he's in that Titan form because, like we say, he's mainly skeleton. So what do
Yeah.
they cut?
it's just a tiny, tiny, tiny thin bit of flesh on the back of his
It's a
neck.
tiny slice of membrane.
It's hidden under all the hair.
So surely it's going to be like one of those things where they have to get him out of the Titan.
It's going to be Mikasa, isn't it? She's going to do some really sad, like,
I think it'll be
speech.
both of them. I think it's going to have to be Armin and Mikasa. Because he's essentially trying to fulfill Armin's dream. Well, no, he's not even, because they made it to the ocean.
His dream was always freedom. He always wanted to be outside the walls, didn't he?
Yeah.
It kind of just, it's like two sides of the coin. There's Eren and there's Armin. They both want the same thing, but they're both going about it in different ways.
Yeah.
Eren is he's kind of radical and quite harsh in what he wants.
Yeah.
Even though, you do feel sorry for him, you do understand how he got there. But then there's Armin, who has a lot more remorse. He's kind of a lot more held back and doesn't really want to be violent, even when he has to be.
Yeah.
It took him a long time to get to a stage where he actually really fought. He didn't really fight much, did he? Even against the
No.
Titans.
He's more the intelligence behind it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It is. It's going to be so strange to go back to Attack on Titan. It's been ages since we watched any Attack on Titan.
From this, I mean, we have to talk about this. If the short clip, it seems like they're going, like, we might be getting flashbacks.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't that, didn't it? The first episode of the first season. Oh my god. Didn't that start with Eren asleep under a tree?
I don't know.
And Mikasa waking him up.
I haven't watched them since we watched them. I know you've watched the first season.
Yeah, we watched it, and I'm pretty sure it starts with Eren's asleep under the tree. They're collecting sticks, and Mikasa wakes him up, and that's. I'm pretty sure anyway. That was. If we go back, that's what that was.
Oh yeah, there's Mikasa there. Is that Mikasa or is that his mum?
That's Mikasa, I think. Yeah.
The pink and the scarf.
He was asleep under the tree, and she woke him up, and he was crying, and.
Yeah. There's going to be so much to sort of unpack. Just in the
Yeah.
first episode, it's going to be an hour long. God, goodness.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. I kind of thought this was going to be the last bit of this season, and this would be like the resolution.
Yeah.
Kind of the final decision of what they do, but.
If there is going to be a fourth part, which I don't know, I haven't researched this, so I don't know if there is going to be a fourth part, but if there is going to be a fourth part, I imagine the way it'll be sort of set out is this part will be a giant war between basically Eren and the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
This sort of what's left of the Survey Corps trying to get close to him. Maybe taking a few Titans on, if they can, God knows how they're going to do it.
Well, didn't he? He got rid of Reiner's armor, didn't he? That happened in the last part. He kind of immobilized Reiner. He kind of stopped him from.
Yeah. Well, when he was in the paths, and he got the. I'm not even sure what you would call it. Would you call it the Fountain Titan?
Yeah, the Fountain Titan.
Fountain Titan. When he got that, he basically could control everything, couldn't he? Because he could control all of the Eldians.
Yes.
The Eldians are the good ones.
Well, Eldians are the race. They're just the people that are.
Yeah, they're the ones from Paradise Island.
Subjects of Emir.
Yeah. He could talk to them. He could. Could he control them? Did we really see him controlling them?
He could. I don't. Could he control them? I don't know if he could necessarily control them. He could wipe their memory though.
Yeah. But we also know that in that place, Emir was sculpting all of the Titans.
Yeah.
Including
every time they had to heal, she would sculpt.
Including all the special Titans. Which is kind of, surely that would give the idea that he can do that in there. So it might not even stop at the million.
So I wonder then, because like you say, so if that's the case, maybe they can't use the Titans anymore. Maybe like the likes of Armin, or maybe if it's a case of if he uses his Titan and he needs to heal, he physically can't because Eren won't allow him to heal.
Yeah.
You know, if he can somehow control that. So maybe it's like they have to fight using the gear. They can't use the Titans.
I have a feeling this is going to be a very brain-hurty part.
I feel like it wasn't the last one.
Yeah.
The last one was really brain-hurty.
I dare say the last 3 or 4 parts have been very
brain-hurty.
brain-hurty.
It started off really brain-hurty, and then it was brain exploded because we were like, oh my god, they all this information.
Yeah.
The genius of the man that wrote this just knew how to blow our brains off. He's probably going to do it again. Let's be real.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of much else to say because obviously the trailer's only like 20 seconds long.
Yeah.
But
I mean, didn't the previous seasons wasn't the kind of the later parts, or it started off only in 2 parts, didn't it, until season 3 when it was 3 parts, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think. Didn't it just get to the point where like the last part was just a fight?
Yeah.
It was just like, especially season 3, it felt like the last 2 parts were essentially just a massive fight that lasted like the entirety
I
of the...
feel like this might be controversial. Apart from 1 or 2 episodes, the main characters of the last part was primarily Gabby. But like I say, apart from 1 or 2 episodes, but obviously Eren was the main character because we got to see how much he was actually controlling everything.
Yeah.
How, important he is to everything. I feel like Gabby represented all the normal people.
Yeah, that was kind of the good thing that they did with
That
it.
was she had a brilliant story, and I really, really enjoyed it.
It
Because it was her and...
Falco.
No, the last that Sasha saved.
Sarah? Was it Sarah?
Something like that. Something beginning with an S.
The blonde haired
Yeah,
girl that Sasha...
who was with Sasha's family.
Yes.
Because they essentially... Falco was involved as well, because obviously he was the sort of what they were after. But she, to me at least, and Sarah, if that's her name, represented all of the normal people. How they all basically started off by going, oh no, they're the evil ones. No, they're the evil ones. You're at fault because your ancestors did this. No, you're at fault because your ancestors did this. And then by the end, they both kind of went, well, you're not to blame for what they did. Why should I take it out on you? And Sasha was the same. I think Sasha got to a point where she was saying, this is all their fault. Gabby. And Sarah had to almost go, no, it's not all your fault at all. Basically, it's history's fault, isn't it?
Yeah, we both kind of fell into this cycle of just violence.
Yeah.
Unending, and we couldn't...
And it was a really, really great season.
It was, I think, the good thing about that, though, is that we didn't... Because we didn't have Eren's perspective, he was essentially the main character, right? There was a lot of times where there was a lot of confusion because we didn't know the main kind of plot, if that made sense.
Yeah.
We didn't know what was actually happening. We just got the sub characters glimpses into what what was happening.
It felt like there was the main line, but we were never on the main line. We were sort of going around it with the rest of the characters.
Yeah, we were like getting Mikasa and Armin's view on that, and you know, and then we had Gabby and Falco and what they thought of that and all these other characters.
Even
Yelena?
no, it's the Beast Titan. Zeke. I'm there going Zachary. I know it's not Zachary. What? It begins with a Z.
Zachary was a different character.
Yeah, I know, but I'm there going. It begins with a Z. I know it's not Zachary. But yeah, we got to see almost everything apart from, like I said, the 1 or 2 episodes where it was Eren's point of view,
Like at the end.
and it was kind of even when he was in the paths with Zeke, and it was kind of like he's been manipulating everything from the beginning. There was even that episode where it was his dad, where it was Grisha, and it wasn't told from Eren's point of view, it was told from Grisha's point of view, just to show you how involved in all of the story Eren has actually been.
So it means when we finally, at the end, when we finally got to those episodes where we finally had Eren's point of view, it was like, oh my god, this is insane, this is what we've been waiting for, and it's mind-blowing because we finally know what has been happening, not only in this season, but the entire of the show.
Yeah. And it almost feels like, I daresn't say it because I do like Eren as a character, but it almost feels like they've spent 3 and a bit seasons going, this entire story is about the bad guy. And it's like, is Eren technically the bad guy? It's kind of like, are we going into the end of this viewing Eren as the bad guy? Because that's a very...
It's difficult, and I think what, for me anyway, when it did the show, there is no bad. There is no just one bad. There's like a giant grey area, and everyone almost falls into it.
I'd say the entire show is grey, isn't it?
Everyone's kind of, because there's those that are kind of like, they know they're not all good, but they're not so terrible that it clouds everything.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. They're not extreme in what they do.
Yeah.
But Eren kind of started to fall on that like kind of radical list.
Yeah.
Where you were kind of like, I understand and I sympathise with you because we spent 3 whole seasons watching your story.
Yeah.
But it's getting far. You're getting on a bad path.
You're moving toward the outside of the grey area.
You're moving to the dark side.
Yeah.
Eren.
But it's almost, it's such a weird concept when you think about, I don't know if it was maybe the 3rd season or the beginning of the 4th season, where it was like Eren was trying to convince people that they were radicalized, that they had to stop. Mm-hmm. And in doing so, Eren's become the radicalized one.
Yeah.
And he doesn't see, he's become the very thing he swore to destroy. You know?
Because even
there's a lot of parallels with Anakin, isn't there?
Even
that's so cool.
Yeah. Even characters like what was it, Magath? Is that how you say it?
Magath.
Yeah. He started off as a very dislikable character.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't particularly like him. I think everyone kind of didn't particularly like him. But then, within the span of like, not even, I don't think it was an episode, maybe one speech within one episode.
When he was talking to the boy.
He went from a character that I severely disliked to a character I could respect.
Severely. A character that you were depressed when he died. I was depressed.
A character where you were like, you know what? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
good for you. I feel like there's been very few characters that, so far in this whole show, that haven't had a moment like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people are aware. Flock. Is that how you said it? Flock? Flock?
Yeah, Flock.
Flock.
Still can't stand that man.
I can't. I still can't get him. I still don't get it. Maybe it's just like the people are just like trolling us.
Yeah, I think
but
they're trolling. Yeah.
I don't get the hype around him. And then there's obviously Yelena. I didn't particularly like Yelena. No. She hadn't had a moment where I was like, I understand.
Even like lesser characters like Onyankopon. I liked it. It's crazy. Obviously, the writer will.
I'm sorry, you remembered his name, but you didn't remember anyone else's.
I know. Name. When you said Yelena, well, let's be fair. There's Zachary and Zeke. There's not many names that sound like Onyankopon.
I know, but you didn't remember Hanj, who was like been a character that we've known from the very first
red
season.
Hair.
Hanj.
Yeah, she's got red hair.
So
is Sasha.
No, she doesn't. She has brown hair. Are you colourblind?
Brown and red.
Sean,
come on.
As if you forgot Hanj.
Anyway, what I was going to say is, right, it obviously the writer gets a lot of credit for, you know, the mind-bending story and all the reveals and everything are really cool. It deserves a lot of credit for very easily making characters likable. Like, it's like that typical thing where it's like the slow knife that hurts the most. It's like, it feels like that with characters. I don't know when I liked characters so much, but I know that I like them.
Yeah.
It's like with Erwin, I don't know when I became so obsessed with the man. But all I know is...
I feel like you can go back and you can see the specific moment where you were like, that blue-eyed boy is my favourite. But there are characters like that where instantly you're like, yep, I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
End of. And then you had characters like Magath where, like you say, within a space of one speech, I was like, I would fight beside you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Even like Shadis. Shadis was like... I remember the moment I thought Shadis entered Legendary mode. But it was kind of like, I spent the most of the time going, you know...
Wait, which moment was that for you?
There was two moments. There was the moment where he was with all the people that were following Flock, and he was said something about you know, he's going to fight them or something like that. He had a fight with them all. Oh no, it was when he told them to beat him up so that they wouldn't get killed.
Oh yeah, because they all beat the crap out of him. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Because he said if you hadn't done it, then he would have killed you.
Yeah, but then there was also the moment where he showed up and killed. He just ended everything. Yeah.
He blew up the train, didn't he?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That was another moment where I was like, because the train just blew up and everyone was like, "Who is it?
Yeah.
That's so cool." And then Shadis just rocked up like a G.
But then it never would have entered my mind that they would have like a self-sacrifice with Magath and Shadis as the two characters.
Like who? It's two characters that you didn't ever think would met, and you were like, you know what?
That was pretty legendary. Yeah.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I wish Erwin could have met Magath. I wish Erwin would have just survived the whole thing.
There were so many moments where I was like, imagine if... That's another thing, and I understand why people became so passionate about who should have been saved.
Yeah.
Because then part of you looks back and you think, would this have all happened if Erwin was still alive?
No.
Because I feel like Eren just couldn't have sideswiped Erwin.
No.
Erwin would have put him in his place immediately.
Yeah.
He would have saw through him like he was just a sheer curtain.
Yeah. Let's face it, when these scouts have got blades that are designed to cut through Titans' napes and stuff, right? The fact that he caught one with his hand, right? There's not many. I can genuinely say this. There's not many characters aside from maybe Obi-Wan and Darth Vader that are going to enter the level of my brain that Erwin has. Like,
it's
absolutely.
reserved for a very spare few.
Yeah, like few characters, and Erwin is up there as one of my absolute favourites.
Even when he just he's getting chomped on by a Titan and he's still going charge, and you think to yourself,
there's a different level of badassery,
there's
isn't there?
not more that you can say about that character.
Yeah, he's awesome. I miss Erwin. Rest in peace.
Can we get a flashback of Erwin, please? Is that something we can request?
Oh, do you not remember when Hange was sitting at her desk and she was saying about how all their lives have been leading to these moments, and you saw them all behind her? It's like ghosts. That's another thing that Attack on Titan deserves a lot of credit for. It's some of the shots that have been designed for it. It's a bloody beautiful anime, isn't it?
Yeah, they're quite intense shots as well.
Mm. Yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare. It's gonna be a nightmare waiting less than 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks. I'm glad it's only 2 weeks and not like 2 months or something, because then I would have been depressed.
Yeah.
But now I can,
counting down the days.
Yeah.
Every day up, like the last 4 or 5 days, I'm going to be waking up wide-eyed, bloodshot, just like, it's almost there.
You're going to wake up like this.
Cold sweats. Yeah, I'll wake up and I'll just be like, because I'll be there like that. I need to get myself a hoodie. Not the one I got you. I need to start like that. But yeah, let's stop because we'll be sat here talking about it.
We can talk. I love how we're like, this is going to be a short video. We're talking about Attack on Titan for 20 minutes?
Half an hour.
Oh.
But isn't it crazy, right? When I said, when we first started, when we first started watching it, you were kind of like, why are you watching this?
I mean, yeah, because one of your friends told you to watch it, and I was kind of like, anime?
Yeah.
Ugh.
And now we're just big dweebs. Sitting here saying how much we love.
Anime? Really? That's so... And then now I feel bad. Because I judge people too... I judged people too soon.
Queer world.
Remember those people, in school it was like not a cool thing to watch anime.
Yeah.
And now I'm watching anime.
Yeah. I'm nearly 30. I'm 3 years off 30.
Yeah, you're old, aren't you?
I've never thought about it like that. That's really depressing. Don't ever let me say that again. Yeah, that was just reacting to the 20-second trailer. Actually, another thing is, I'm quite happy they haven't given a lot away, because a lot of trailers nowadays do give too much away. I'm glad that it hasn't. Good for it.
Doesn't need to. When you've got a show like this, you don't need just having a shot of Eren's eyes and him saying "This is freedom" is enough, apparently, to get us talking for half an hour about Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, tell us what you thought down in the comments. What are your favourite moments? Who are your favourite characters? Are you going to be staying up late to watch it when it debuts? I think I might.
what do you mean you might?
I never know. It might be a Saturday night.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you're not watching it without me.
Alright, fine. We might. Sorry. It was a joke. Sheesh.
I don't care if I have work the next day.
Like the video, subscribe, ding the bell to be notified when we upload. We try to upload every day. Anything else you want to say?
I can't look at those walls the same without knowing there are people stuffed in there.
No, they're not people. They're Titans.
Titans stuffed in there.
I thought you were going to say dedicate your hearts.
Oh.
That would have been a cool. That might be another tattoo actually. I just get a fist
Just a fist.
on my boob. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Thank you for watching.
Part of me still wants the bite marks, but then I think, ooh, on the hand meat, surely that would hurt.
Our parents would disapprove.
They disapprove of your tattoos.
No, actually, they disapproved of my first one, but not of the rest. Once I've
Bite
got that
marks.
one, it's no
I feel like I
saving
could
me.
get away with bite marks on my hand if I did them like a tanned colour.
You wouldn't see them.
I would know though.
No one else would.
I would know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Mum and Dad didn't give me any grief after the first one because I'd already sinned by then, so there's no point in me. You know, I can't be saved. My soul is damned. Yeah, thank you for watching. I meant to stop recording.
I need to know.